Hello and welcome to MetsXMFanZone Podcast, the only podcast that talks just Mets. Just listen. Hello and welcome to MetsXMFanZone Podcast, the only podcast that talks just Mets. Just listen to the breakdown everything Mets, from off-season news, Mets trade rumors, in-game reactions during the season. You can now listen to our show Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. 1 hour for Mets content. We upload 5 days a week and even go live on the weekends from 8 a.m. and Sundays at 8 p.m. You can call in on our show too at 347-606-7467 for your exclusive Mets news, right here on MetsXMFanZone Podcast. We want to thank SP Sports Athletics for sponsoring our broadcast. You can now even listen to us on all social media platforms, Amazon Music, Spotify, Iheart Radio. We even go live on the go from your iPhone or smart devices. You can even listen on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Check us out daily for your Mets content. Well, don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe for more daily amazing Mets news at MetsXMFanZone.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of MetsXMFanZone Live Podcast, the home of your New York Mets live streams, news feeds, and more. Plus, if you guys love our shows, always tweet, like, and subscribe. Hit the push notification bell when we go live, so that way you can never miss a moment of our live broadcasting. Also, we want to let you guys know that we are now finally on all social media platforms by going to Amazon Music, Iheart Radio, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. Also, you can reach us on our social media platform by going to right up here, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also on YouTube. We are not live on Twitter today. We are only live on Facebook. I'm sorry, we're not live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and also on YouTube. We got some ground news to cover today. We're going to be talking about Carlos Correa, which I am going to retract. I'm going to retract a live stream that we did yesterday in regards to Carlos Correa. We happened to get the report wrong, so we are retracting. But we're going to talk on a new sign that the Mets did pick up today. Or I think it was like really early this morning the Mets picked him up. We're going to talk a little bit on that. And that will be it for our live stream for today. Plus, always, guys can tweet, like, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the push notification when we do go live. So that way it goes to your phone and you can watch us when we go live right here on MetsXMFanZone Live Podcast. So here's the deal. The New York Mets did sign Tim Castro agreed to a minor league deal. From what we are seeing here is that he's a 30-year-old player. He had 47 games, but logged into just 69 plate appearances. We heard that he is a pretty decent player, despite that he was... Who was he with? I think he was in the Rangers minor league. I think he was in the Rangers minor league system. He was with the Arizona stretch in Arizona. He batted 260. He batted 260 in 333 plate appearances. Slashed a combined of 257. 207 trips to the plate. Let's see. He is an outfielder. We are hearing that also Sterling Marte will not be playing with. He will not be playing with the ball because he's a little banged up still. So he's probably not going to play the Winter Classics. That's kind of what we are hearing right now on Marte. There is interest in Eduardo Escobar prior to the Segura signing. Gene Segura signed with the Marlins, and the Marlins want to pick up Eduardo Escobar. We are hearing that the reports from the Marlins had some talks with the Mets about a possible swipe, meaning the Mets could get Segura and giving up Eduardo Escobar. They're hearing that in regards to Carlos Correa, that we are hearing as of right now that he will not be signed with the New York Mets. I did say yesterday he would be signed with the Mets, but we are hearing today that he might not. I think this is ridiculous, honestly. And please, tell me if I'm wrong here, because I know a lot of Iheart of you guys are probably going, what the fuck, right? Like, what's going on here with this signing? I mean, it's still, this is Scott Boras. This is Scott Boras pushing the needle, and he's not getting this deal done. Stop waiting. What are we waiting for? First of all, if you want to sign him, sign the goddamn guy. I don't understand what's the holdout here. Me personally, I just don't understand it. You know, Mets are trying to do their job and trying to make this deal happen. Is it because of the future of his, injuries? I don't think this has anything to do with the future of his injuries. I just think that the Mets don't want him now. I think because of what he can lead up to in regards to his injuries. Who knows? He might have prior injuries. I don't think so. I just think that the Scott Boras is stonewalling here. He is a Scott Boras client. I'm not liking what I'm seeing so far. And we're playing pitter-patter bullshit here. And the Mets are not. The Mets are trying to do their part, but why is he not doing his part? But then he's like, oh, I want to stay here in New York. I want to be here in New York. What? It's just, this right now is getting, I think, to me, a little over ridiculous. The Mets have tried their way. They are paying you $315 million, my man. Like, what is the deal what is the deal here? $315 million for 12 years. Why is this deal not done yet? This deal should be done, and I think that, in my honest opinion, if he doesn't want to sign, then the Mets need to move on from this guy. I was talking to people down on the ground, and they're like, we're getting frustrated because we're not getting any answers. Nobody's getting any answers in regards to this guy, Carlos Correa. Like, well, I'm not getting answers. No other reporters getting any answers. When is it time for us to start getting some answers out of this bum? Obviously, he's being a bum. Boras is trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do, in my honest opinion. Going what? What is he trying to do? What are we doing here? Let's sign the guy already. Like, what are we waiting for? So, I mean, I think everybody, if you don't want him, then we need to just say, sayonara, goodbye. And then move on. Keep Escobar, or whatever we need to do. Go get Gene Segura if we want to go and do that. I think that's a pretty good swipe if the Mets are planning on and really thinking about maybe making a swap like that, where the Marlins want to go and get Escobar. I wouldn't be disappointed if the Mets wanted to try to go and get Gene Segura. I think in my opinion, he's a good player. You know, I'm looking at his stats. He's got really good stats. What do you call? For 2 years, he's worth $17 million. Escobar is worth more. He's worth $35. So I mean, we can make a swap here. I don't see why we can't. So I mean, I just think that we need to do something. That's in my opinion. Why isn't the Mets? Don't get me wrong. I love Steve Cohen. I think he's going to be a really good owner. You know what? But we need to push the needle here. The Mets need to do something. Fans are getting agitated. We're getting agitated. Us reporters. You know, us people on the ground here. We're not getting no answers. And John Heyman, don't get me wrong, is a very credible source. I like the guy. I know the guy. But he's making paper talk. And he's not doing he's just trying to stir the pot here. There is nobody looking at Carlos Correa. Why don't we stop this bullshit and stop saying that other teams are looking at Correa? Other teams are not looking at Correa. This is coming right out of the Scott Boras playbook. He's trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do, get more money out of him. I don't know. But other teams are not looking at it because I hear what's going on the ground. No other teams are looking at him. So why don't we stop this petty dumb shit? And why don't we start saying that, hey, we have no solution. There is absolutely nothing going through here. There's no deal trying to get done. Scott Boras is trying to stonewall here. So what's the deal? Let's make something happen here. Because now spring training is around the corner. We got 2 months to come in here. We got March. We got February. February, we're gonna probably have almost everybody set pretty much. The team is pretty much set, pretty much. So why are we constantly doing this? Repetition over and over and over and over again. You know? And it's this organization. Don't get me wrong. I love the Mets. And I think the Mets are a great team. But if Scott Boras is trying to stonewall Stevie Cohen to get more money out of him, well, guess what? Cohen is probably not going to do it, number one. Number two, there's probably something going on with this clause, which I know. I've read the manuscript in regards to what's happening here with the clause. The clause is in the amount of money that he's supposed to get within the first 5 years if he gets injured. He would get $180 million if he gets hurt within that 5-year window. And then the Mets go to insurance after that if he gets hurt long term. Because they could do the insurance thing and recoup most of the money, which he would only get $180 million. So we're not going to do a Bobby Bonilla and pay this guy $1 million for the next 20 years of his life. No, we're not doing that. And the fact of the matter that this team is trying to do a win now and a win now thing. That's the most important, is getting a win now and a win now philosophy. we could go on. We could talk about what teams are doing what other Mets are going to be doing. The Mets got a really good, solid team. I'm not broken up if the Mets don't get this guy. I won't be broken up. But you know what? This team's got a very good, solid team right now. You got Brandon Nimmo that just re-signed with the New York Mets for another 8-9 years. Of course, you're going to have Sterling Marte for the next, one more, probably, I think another year. We got on his contract for one more year. Got Mark Canha for another one more year. And then, of course, right now your franchise and Francisco Lindor and Pete Alonso. You know, those are your two top tier players on this ball club. And then next to Max Scherzer, next to Justin Verlander, next to Saigon, and then Gratana. So, I mean, we got those guys. Pitching is looking okay. We were upset about DeGrom leaving. Yeah, because DeGrom was the ace on this ball club. And we moved on. So, and then you got the best closer in the game in Edwin Diaz. We got a couple of nice pieces in between that. So, we can secure and analyze this whole team back and forth. It's a very good team on paper and a very good team that will be on the field. Let's take this positive approach and let's move forward with it. I wouldn't be so broken up if the Mets didn't get him. But they're stonewalling. They're trying to be a penny. Bars is trying to be a penny pitcher and try to get as much as he can out of the Collins. So I mean, what lies here? What lies here? And I really do believe that the Mets are getting fed. The Mets are getting fed up. I think fans are getting more fed up with this because, don't get me wrong, I think he would make a really good addition. I wouldn't be too sad if the Mets didn't have him, but he's a good player. I like him. I think he would be all right. I don't know about a swap of Eduardo Escobar because I think Escobar is a way better hitter than he is. That's my opinion alone. But who's to say that this guy's going to come in and be lightning? Lightning with his offense, lightning with his defense. We don't know. So, but we want to hear what you guys think. Guys, come in, chat with us on the bottom. Put in your comments, share, like, subscribe. And, of course, we're giving you guys all of your latest New York Mets news. You guys can also like, share, subscribe, hit the push notifications on YouTube so that way you never miss a moment of our live podcast. We do upload 5 times a week. And, of course, you'll be able to listen to all of our platforms by going to Amazon Music, Iheart Radio, Spotify, and also Amazon Music. Let's see. We are not going to go and take questions and answers today, but we are going to be changing our schedule. So our schedule we will be going live at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you guys would like to listen to our show, this is going to be our last time that we do go live at 5 p.m. Our next show will be tomorrow at 8 p.m. But it's always going to be from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. Saturday and Sunday will remain the same. We're going to have our first live podcast show on Saturday and Sunday of this week. Finally, we got the scheduling out for you guys. We're going to do a live podcast show tomorrow. Give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of our website. I know a lot of people have been asking about the website. What's going to be different this year. We got a lot of different features going into the website. So you guys are going to really love it. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. You guys are going to see our podcast is on there for all exclusive members because we're going to try to we are going to go off these platforms, going to go off Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We're only going to go live on these platforms right here, Amazon Music, Iheart Radio, Spotify, and Apple Play. Well, Apple Podcast. We'll only be doing all of our uploads. So that will be our newest thing going into the season. So this season, we won't be doing live broadcasts. We'll probably do 2 live broadcasts a month. So it will be the beginning of the month, towards the ending of the month. But from here until opening day, we will be going live daily. So just to keep you guys informed with that. And then we're going to go live twice a month on our broadcast. Or if there's any, breaking news or anything like that, obviously, of course, we'll always go live on. So we want to thank you guys for watching here on our show today. Mets did end up making a move today and picking up Tim LoCastro. Tim LoCastro. Okay, some name. But he is going to be in a minor league deal. So, and then he's going to also be reporting to spring training. So that's the latest move that the Mets ended up picking up. And also, we should hear some news on Eduardo Escobar prior to the Segura signing. And then we should hear some news on the Carrera negotiations. They're saying that the Twins are coming back with a bid. Bullshit, I think, in my opinion. Because they are not. I don't know who came up with this report. There is no sound on the ground that this is actually happening. So I'm calling BS on this. So hopefully we get to see you guys in our next live stream tomorrow here on our new time at 8 p.m. Check us out. We'll see you guys in our next live podcast. And remember to tweet, like, and subscribe. Hit the push notifications when we do go live on to give you guys all of your latest Mets live content. See you guys real soon. And remember to tweet, like, subscribe. Check us out at MetsXMFanZone.com.
Hello and welcome to MetsXMFanZone Podcast. The only podcast that talks just Mets. Just listen to